Hi, we are live with antibadexperience. We're working to actively making all life in the universe extinct to prevent every source of suffering, to prevent every bad experience that is inevitable in life. We must help everybody by making them extinct and saving them from starvation, rape, natural disasters, injuries. We're gonna do some English debates. You see the topic up there. Forceful total extinction of all life is the only right thing to do as it ends all the suffering. You can come up, you can present your arguments, ask questions. Hi, Suffering Sucks. We already have a request here from Sirius.
Hello.
Sirius, are you here?
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Hi, we're good. What about you?
Yeah, I want to start with asking you, like, how are you? Like, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Let's talk about something useful. What do you think? Should we make all life extinct to prevent every suffering? Would you press the red button to make all life extinct in the universe?
No, you should not focus on that. I think you should focus on your mental state, brother.
That's
My
selfish.
mental state is fine. And even if it would be fine, the only thing we should focus on is on everyone's mental state, on everyone that has to be suffering, not only on us. We have to make all life extinct to prevent all suffering. We're not about we're depressed or something like that. We're empathetic, rational people abolishing all suffering.
Yeah, and we should think about the sentient beings who cannot help themselves. They need our help. They need our intervention.
Yeah.
Even if we are suffering, and if we will be extremely suffering also in the future, we should still fight for total extinction and focus on all the suffering and not just our suffering.
100%, yeah. Like, we have to stay healthy as a human population, otherwise it will be hard for activism. But even if it's hard, letting life continue is harder for most of us, and we cannot be selfish. We have to help everybody to be free from suffering. Yeah.
We still have a moral obligation because there is greater amount of suffering, greater amounts of us, and we will be preventing even more suffering by even causing ourselves to suffer and exist. So it's fine.
This is the only right thing to do. Human procreation, humans existing and suffering as a necessary evil to prevent even more suffering is the only right thing. So come up, request a debate, check out our website, ask your questions. Yeah, there isn't really arguments against extinction, but you can come up and try your best, and maybe you will understand that extinction is the only solution for every sentient being.
It is the right thing to do. It is the only solution because it will remove the cause of the problem, which is life existing. Anything than that is just like trying to clean a little bit of the mess.
Yeah. We have to prevent the mess from coming into existence in the first place.
Yeah.
And cleaning it won't even help you. Clean a mess, another mess pops up. You just don't think about it anymore. As I said, we solve human slavery, then people are happy, but because they don't even consider animals to be slaves. I will invite some people to come up.
Visit our website, read the manifesto. We have like the frequently asked questions and their answers. We have like the scientific theories that can help us in the future, maybe to make all life go extinct. Read about it, educate yourself, and come to ask us if you're still wondering.
Yeah. Also, there are different other resources on the link tree right here, like our long FAQ video series from Proextinction on YouTube. We have a website, we have street activism coming up, many stuff.
Yeah, there is the Proextinction podcast on YouTube.
That's right.
Is it also available on Spotify, right?
Yeah, Spotify, YouTube Music, on Deezer, Apple Music, on every major platform. Check out our resources. Join the Proextinction movement. Someone is saying, I can't right now, but I have an argument against Proextinction and why it's incoherent. We are excited to hear that. You can request a debate wherever we are available, 24 hours. Yeah. Let's start with the host, give the example to follow. Oh,
Someone
man.
said, why do you all look alike? We don't look alike. We are from different countries, from different ethnicities. This is like a non-discriminatory end of all suffering. And we are not like racist or something. We care about all sentient being welfare.
Yeah. Someone asked, why do you think suffering is bad? James made a good video about it. It's the same question as asking, why is green green, right? Suffering is bad because it's defined something that a sentient being wants to avoid. Suffering is bad because victims experience it as bad, and it's a stupid question to ask such questions. Yeah.
They know the answer because they avoid suffering every day in their life because it's a bad thing. So they're just pretending.
They're just feeling intellectual with their philosophical bullshit. But of course they know suffering is bad when they see child rape. Maybe they do not, but I hope that they know that it's bad, right? And they're not thinking about, why is it bad in your moral realism framework or something like that. These philosophers make some bullshit up.
No, they know because if they get sick, they go to the doctor. If their house is at risk to getting burned, they will prevent that from happening because if they let it burn, it will cause suffering to them or to the people around them. So they already do the suffering prevention in their everyday life. They just can't see why we should prevent all of it. They just think about their interests.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're ethically blind.
Yeah.
We do not want the extinction of humanity. We need a thriving humanity. We need a healthy humanity to make all life in the universe extinct as fast as possible. It's not about some group or some species. It's about preventing every life that is sentient, that has the capability of suffering.
I'll respond to this comment. Someone said, when I suffer, I get stronger. I can transform suffering in something good. Then why aren't you like purposely giving yourself bone cancer or letting an animal eat you alive to get even more stronger because it's more suffering? We're not talking about going to the gym, or we're talking about extreme cases that are happening every day, and we should think about the worst experiences imaginable, because if you don't, I'm sure that you don't agree that you want to have the worst life imaginable. So
yeah, they should tell that to the...
I can't force myself to get cancer. No, you can. You can do things that cause cancer. You go to give yourself a lot of radiation and eat like cancer activating chemicals, and you will get cancer. Damage your DNA, damage it, and you will get it.
Hey, hello, Emo.
Do you have something relevant to say?
Yeah, you wanna take away other people's lives just because you think it's better, because suffering negates every form of life. Are you okay in your skull?
You let people die, you let people suffer, you force people into existence. And you let them die, they will die. You decide for them, and you decide for them that come after that. You will let them die.
Genius, right?
Okay,
Look, you're
thank
mad.
you.
Okay, you're gonna...
Such a good argument, right? We are killing everybody, and he's letting everybody live. He's gonna let everybody be immortal. They will not die. 7 billion people, they will not die because he says that, right?
Yeah,
they will die, they will reproduce, and others will die again, and others will die again. The genocide will happen, and they're responsible for it because they're not intervening to make all life extinct. Yeah. He's deciding too that 7 billion people should suffer, and all animals should suffer, and the others in the future should suffer. Extinction prevents all deaths. Extinction prevents all greater sufferings.
Yeah, extinction will end all death. Life is the cause of death. Life is the cause of violence. Life is the cause of all suffering. Extinction will end all that. So what's your point? If you are
Yeah.
against death, you would be against life. It's probably like their brains that don't let them see the truth. It's not. That's why we are not trying to convince them or anything, because they are incapable of understanding.
Yeah, just like some people are born without a leg, pro-lifers are born without the capacity to understand simple logic. It's a capacity to feel empathy. It's just a biological defect. It's an obstacle in our way of peace.
Yeah, it's programmed by nature to ensure the survival. So it's just what they are being programmed to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't come from a place of understanding or logic. It's just a survival instinct.
I'd rather live in a world with terrible things and amazing things than to not live at all. Yeah, as long as you're the ones not experiencing the terrible things. If you're the ones feeling happy and having fun while others are raped, then of course you want to have that life. But even if you wouldn't exist, you wouldn't have a need for something like that. And the high price, the huge price of others getting raped and others getting bone cancer. Yeah, this wouldn't exist.
It's like saying, I'd rather live in a slave system where there are I'd rather live in a slave system where there are like miserable slaves and happy slaves than not live in a slave system.
Yeah, it's the same thing essentially. The number of people who suffer is way less than the number of people who don't, I feel like. It's not something about what you feel. Your stupid opinion doesn't matter. Animals are people too. Animals are sentient beings. Extraterrestrial life are sentient beings. And all animals, or 99.99999% of them, die as infants in the most horrible conditions imaginable. They get eaten alive. They have injuries. They have parasitism. They starve to death as babies. And you don't even consider them because you're just a speciesist. You only consider humans. And also with humans, many suffer horrible lives. Many are depressed, have cancer, have injuries, have a horrible life, are born in starvation communities, are born in war zones, right? And even if there would be only one victim of existence, what could justify this? What could justify one child abuse case? Come up and let us know that.
Yeah, even if it's just one sentient being suffering, total extinction would be justified to do.
Yeah. And even justified sounds like it's something bad. Like extinction is the only right thing to do. It's the only right thing. It's the only necessity to do, right? Because otherwise the child gets abused and there's nothing to justify that.
No amount of happiness can conceal suffering.
Yeah.
Someone said bring back bullying. So you just want to cause suffering to other people and push them to end their lives. So you are just pro-suffering. That's you're just proving our point that you people can think and can't make good decisions.
Suffering is the only bad thing. You can't name a single thing that is bad that doesn't involve suffering. It's the only bad thing, and therefore it's the only problem to solve, the only thing that must end. To respond to that comment. Bartholomew, are you pro-extinction? It doesn't, nobody's help when you say you would press the button. It's your moral obligation to do activism, to join the movement, to let the movement grow so that we can actually make it possible to end all suffering. Yeah, of course, most people would rather live. We have all the survival instinct, but this life is taken away from them by death. If you impose life on anyone, you impose death on them, right? And this death is horrible, and we must prevent that death. We must choose the lesser evil.
Someone said, "I understand the idea you're out pushing, but most people would rather live." It's like saying to a slave abolitionist, "Oh, most slaves are happy to being slaves. Then why end slavery?" It doesn't matter. There are people who don't, people and animals, like sentient beings who are really suffering, and they should be the priority. And even the people who are happy to live or are happy, they can suffer. They're also potential sufferers. Everyone should be safe from suffering.
We must end all suffering, all potential suffering.
Yeah.
Do you want animals to be extinct too, or just humans? Every sentient life, it's about that. So humans, other animals, extraterrestrial life. Everyone must go extinct to be free from suffering, to be in total peace.
Yeah. We have zero tolerance to suffering.
Yeah, definitely.
Someone said they want to end all life, even the ones that are not capable of suffering. So we will end it all because it will prevent suffering from ever existing again. So we can't just let some, like, we have to sterilize everything, the Earth, the other planets, as much as possible. So life won't exist or sentience won't develop again. And we have like the problem all over again.
Yeah, if we let some plants or bacteria continue, they will just evolve into suffering again. We have to have a zero policy, zero tolerance policy for every source of suffering, for every source of life that involves suffering. So better safe than sorry. So every plant and stuff also must go.
Someone said, lead by example. Is it, if that's your true belief? We have to stay, because if we think only about ourselves, this will not abolish all suffering. This will not help, because other people will be born, animals will keep suffering. So this is not really, our goal is to end all suffering, not just some of it.
What if there is suffering after death? Well, first of all, it's not, you don't have to make up any delusions that counter the common science, the consensus about that if we die, our brain is dead and consciousness resides in our brain and we don't have the ability to feel anything. So how can there be suffering when there's no subject to experience any suffering? But even if we accept your stupid spiritual delusional claim that there would be suffering after death, extinction would still be the optimal solution, the only right solution, because extinction means less births, less death, and less suffering after death. So it's still a preferable outcome. We're not about suicide or anything like that. We need humans to stay alive. Every human just reduces suffering simply by taking away natural resources, and there also are potential rational pro-extinctionists to help everybody be free from suffering. We're the only known intelligent species, so we must intervene.
Yeah.
Someone said this is a very robotic idea that lacks empathy. So you have empathy for letting everybody suffer, and we have no empathy for preventing and sacrificing our lives to ending suffering. That's a very good point. Thank you.
Yeah, extinction is non-discriminatory compassion. So we have compassion to everybody who suffers or is a potential sufferer. we think about not only the ones who are suffering right now, even the ones who may be suffering in the future.
Yeah. It's prevention. It's prevention of every bad life that would be imposed on everybody that would have suffered if it didn't cause extinction. See, Mario, and I've answered your question multiple times. A lot of people who suffer wouldn't want to die. Of course, they wouldn't want to die. We have a survival instinct, but extinction prevents people from dying. So what is your point?
Yeah. They also didn't consent to natural death. Life imposed on them death in the first place.
Every euthanasia is better and more painless than letting life continue, letting people age, letting them have cancer or heart attacks, or animals in the wilds being ripped apart as babies. They do not want to die either. They fight for survival. Life takes it away from them. That's the system we must annihilate.
Yeah, an animal being euthanized is better than them being eaten alive and screaming in pain for hours, where their gut is spilling, and you can just watch videos and you will understand that you don't want to be in the place of the zebra being eaten alive by a lion.
Yeah. And the problem also is, if we don't euthanize them, they will reproduce. They will reproduce, have 10 or 10,000 children, and they will have the same agony as their parents do. And if we euthanize them, we just prevent the cycle from continuation.
Yes.
Why assume suffering is absolute moral priority over every other value? Well, suffering is the only bad thing, and it's averse if people want to avoid it, so it's the only thing that matters. What is your point? Yeah, some pleasure can never justify suffering. Some orgasm or some sex or some going to the cinema, some good food can never justify child abuse or others getting raped. It doesn't help them. They are suffering, extremely screaming in pain, and we must intervene to end this system of life.
Even the pleasures and the happiness doesn't need to exist, because it's already an unfulfilled needs and desires and deprivations that were imposed on you. You didn't choose to have them, and you will have always this want to satisfy them. So it's just a pointless cycle of chasing the satisfaction of your imposed needs and desires.
Yeah. Something like pleasure or good things, they're just an illusion.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as that.
Because you're just correcting the first negative state that is a deprivation or a need.
Okay, we have someone coming up again.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Can you comprehend that creation and destruction are two things that need to exist in order for everything to exist? As in,
yes.
we gravitate around a huge black hole in order to exist.
Why is existing good when the price is to suffer extremely and inevitably for 99% of sentient beings? Why is some existing a good thing?
It's not 99%. You pulled out.
Look at the animals. Look at the animal world. Look at the nature.
No, don't look at nature. Yes, suffering has triggers, like things, hormones, when you die, to ease your pain. This is how shock works in humans. If you cut your arm right now, you're not gonna feel it for the next 10 minutes.
Just making up some delusions.
And why does even life have to exist?
Yeah.
What is it accomplishing? What life is accomplishing? It's just causing unnecessary and unjustified suffering for just the genes to continue existing forever, and life shouldn't even have started.
His point was like in circular argument. He says, do you know that life has to exist in order to life to exist? So why does life need to exist in the first place when all it causes is extreme inevitable amounts of suffering? And what do you mean animals in nature don't suffer? They die of predation. They die of horrible natural deaths.
Yeah, they freeze to death. They burn to death. You can see pictures of animals like being stuck between two rocks or something, and they are dying there. Like, it's extremely horrible way to die. Can you change the place with them? But you're like, we are privileged as human beings in comparison to animals.
Yeah. Is the prompt visible now? Someone said the prompt isn't visible. Was it visible for you?
It's is it the picture that's over your head?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. Carl, are you pro-extinction? You should request a debate, or you should join the pro-extinction movements to end all suffering. Check out our website. Come here, ask your questions.
Yeah, join our Discord. Start doing activism with us, peaceful
Yeah.
activism, post on social media. We need to grow the movement globally. We need to find all like-minded people who will help us with this project.
Yeah. The only non-discriminatory project, the only ultimate project that is ending all other projects, that is ending all other ideologies that try to prevent suffering but fail miserably. We're the only one that can really ending life is the only thing that matters. Ending suffering is the only thing that matters.
Other movements just try to reduce suffering instead of abolishing it, and that's unfair for the people who their suffering isn't being reduced. So we should think about all the victims of suffering. We should think about the bad experiences and the ones who cannot help themselves or be helped,
Yeah.
like by these useless movements. Like,
I will be right back in 1 minute. You can just answer some questions maybe.
okay. Someone said you can help people who are suffering without total extinction. How is that? How are you gonna help the animals in the wild? How are you gonna help people with incurable diseases, very painful diseases, chronic pain that doesn't go away? How are you prevent all natural disasters? How are you gonna remove all crime? You cannot do this, really. Suffering will always exist as long as life exists. Everyone can opt out if they want. No, they can't. Animals cannot do that. People who have extreme fear of death and anxiety cannot do that. People who are paralyzed, people who are amputated.
My grandpa took the babies with them, so it's fine.
Yeah, these
We'll
people
figure it out
cannot do
later.
that. Are you talking to me or?
Okay, I'm back. We have a request. Looks like a... Let's see. Hi. Hello.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi. So, what's your point? What's your argument? What's your question? Go ahead.
I'm arguing. I'm arguing. I'm going. I'm sorry. I'm going against your statement, sir.
So, what statement are you going in favor? Are you in favor of letting child rape continue?
No, I'm not. Pleasure isn't God. Pleasure isn't the most important thing, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Therefore,
Of course
it isn't
it
the right
isn't.
thing to do.
Suffering is the only important thing. That's why we have to end it. Pleasure is not relevant at all. That's our point. So why are you against our statement? I don't get it.
Because pleasure is the opposite of suffering. So you're doing this in the name of pleasure, sir.
No.
No, I don't get at all. What is your point? I'm sorry, dear Leila. We're about ending suffering, not creating pleasure. That's our whole point. So, what is your point?
And you only get pleasure because you had a negative state that you're trying to correct. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Hello.
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 Hi. Do you have questions or relevant arguments?
Yeah, of course. Actually, I want to ask you, excusez-moi, but why is the black color very, very popular all around the world?
Okay.
Okay, that has nothing to do with extinctionism. Yeah. Maybe some people want to live, not everyone is so cynical. Of course people want to live, and their life is taken away from them by nature. That's why we must intervene and end nature, end life, end suffering.
It's like saying some slaves are happy. Not everyone wants to be freed from slavery.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Hi.
Nigger.
Thanks.
They really cannot be rational. We are like dealing with very low form of intelligence. We are dealing with. That's why we cannot let them decide. This why we have to do. We have to enforce it, like the total extinction, because these people will literally let everyone suffer extremely and not do anything about it.
Yeah. Someone said everyone who's pro-life is a passive killer, and that's a completely correct statement. Everyone is pro-life is a... What do you mean? Yeah, I guess you could say passive because they don't know what you're doing, but they are passive in letting suffering continue. They're causing suffering, essentially. There's no difference. They're causing death. They're causing bad experiences, yeah. So do activism to abolish it. It's good that you understand this. It's good that you're in the live stream sometimes, but you should really step up and do some necessary activism. It's a person from Germany. They sometimes do live stream comments. Like also the same with Shroom Dickwort. They're in live streams commenting, but I think they could also use their skills to reach way more people, to do serious extinction activism, do videos on social media. You have so many skills we could use. Yeah, it's a moral obligation to end suffering. It's good that you're here in live stream, but step up a bit.
Yeah.
Join our Discord. Yeah.
We're synchronizing.
Yeah. A world without suffering is possible, though. Exactly. A world without life and without suffering is possible. That's what we're working towards.
Yeah. We will make suffering impossible to exist. That's our goal.
Yeah.
Someone said, what is that you're promoting? We are promoting the abolition of all suffering and the safety to all sentient beings and preventing life from ever developing again.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hello.
Decently. What about you? Do you have arguments, points, questions?
Yeah, I have all three. Well, first thing is why do you want this to be the case?
It's not about what we want, it's about what would be the best, and the best is to end suffering, as suffering is the only bad thing in this universe.
Well, clearly it's subjective to what you guys want. How can you see that?
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Suffering is bad, suffering is avoided, and it's trying to be avoided by sentient beings. If you have cancer or if you are stuck in a car accident, also you will suffer. It's not about our subjective opinion that suffering is bad. If you suffer, you suffer. That's the way it is.
No, hold on. But I'm asking you a more fundamental question, though. I'm asking you why you want that to be the case. You've never questioned that yourself?
We answered it because suffering is the only bad thing, and we must prevent the bad thing.
But you said that you answered it that everybody wants that. You can't possibly know what everybody wants.
They cannot know the best. They can be wrong. They are guided by nature to not see the whole picture. They have survival mechanisms that prevent them from understanding the world and doing the right thing.
Oh, so they don't understand, but you guys understand.
Yeah.
But like they're not smart enough to understand why they don't like suffering. But you two people are smart enough to understand why they don't and why they should be, like, according to your caption. And look, I'm not attacking you guys.
See, if we talk about consent here, what do they also not consent to? Do they consent to getting raped from disgusting people like you that forced them into rape, that forced them into life? Do they consent to getting to starve? Do they consent to having cancer, dying in injuries and accidents in nature? You force them to do this. We prevent every consent violation. It's the only alternative, because the other alternative would be too bad. The other alternative would be child rape and infinite child rape. That's what we're trying to prevent.
Yeah, life violates more consent. We will end all consent violations by doing total extinction, because you don't choose to be born, you don't choose to suffer, you don't choose your genes, you don't choose your natural death. You really have no choice in life. So we have to make an end to this. We have to make this consent violation machine, which is life.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard you guys and I heard your points, but you do realize though that there are people that don't have any of those things at all. Like and just hear me out. Just hear me out. There's some people that don't experience rape. There's some people that don't experience people unaliving their families. There's people that don't experience all the things that you guys just mentioned.
But they can do. They can
And you would
experience it.
hold on. I didn't cut you off. I'm just saying that there are people that don't experience those things. There's people that experience only good things in life, and by your logic, you're gonna unalive them too. Because look at what your caption says. Your caption says forceful total extinction of all life. So
you will unalive them too.
Because I'm just, hold on, brother. I'm just saying, listen to what you're really saying. You're saying that because there is bad things, we have to take everybody out, even the people that aren't experiencing those bad things, right?
Yes, because
hold on, because of the possibility that they might have.
We're not giving you the time to speak for some bullshit.
Yeah, I'll answer to him. It's not just the possibility of suffering. It's also they can cause suffering to others. Understand that. It's like saying, oh, there is happy slaves. I will always bring this example. There is slaves that enjoy slavery. Why should we end slavery just because there are slaves who don't like it and are suffering? We should prioritize the worst experiences. We should prioritize that also, that even the ones who are not suffering, they can be suffering and they will reproduce and continue the cycle of suffering and death. So it's like they are also promoting death. We are not promoting death. We are promoting the end of all death. Promoting life is promoting the continuation of death for billions of years and suffering. So
yeah. So what? There are some happy people. Also, those happy people will see their family die. Also, they will get old. They will get some cancer or something like that, and they will suffer and they will die from that, right? And we must intervene. We must end this cruel cycle. There's no such good as happy lives, as pleasurable lives that can justify even one case of child abuse, one case of any bad experience. And also, he said something about we're killing them. He's killing them. He's killing those happy people that do not want to die because he's imposing life on them, and they're not immortal. It's not like we're gonna kill them. Life is gonna kill them. We prevent every happy people from dying, right?
Yeah, and life imposed to them the desire of living. So even their desire of living is not them choosing, it's their addiction to life.
Yeah. Hi.
Nigger.
These people are so fucking stupid.
Yeah, most are, unfortunately. Okay, I think I will end this live. Actually, we can maybe try again this evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check out
Thank
our
you.
resources. Join our Discord. Thank you for coming up. Suffering sucks.
Thank you for inviting me, Nene. Bye.
Bye bye.